Hello, Googleization Nation, and welcome to Culture and the Future of Workplace Culture, a GGG Unleashed podcast with thought leaders, humanworks8. I'm Ira Wolf.
And I'm Jason Cochran. In each of humanworks8's episodes, we will cover practical insights, tips, and executable activities to get you thinking about the future of culture development in your organization. Let's begin.
Welcome, friends. My name is Shawn Gulyas, and I am the Thought Catalyst with humanworks8. And you are listening to Culture and the Future of Workplace Culture, part of the GGG Unleashed series. And remember, now that I'm unleashed, I plan to stir things up. I hope you'll join me each and every month as we think about culture and people, culture and strategy, culture and teamwork, culture and mattering. If you're a business founder, HR leader, or simply passionate about strong organizational culture, join me in wondering about what's ahead to build strong business cultures that spark engagement and align people around shared values and purpose. You'll leave every month with some new thoughts and some tangible tools to guide your cultural journey and aid in bringing this word aliveness to your organization. Are you ready to bring work to life and life to work? I am. Let's go. Today, I want to talk about culture and connection. Everyone connects. Some might call that teamwork. But let me tell you, that's a word I have grown not to love. Does that shock or surprise you? Sometimes it does when I say that out loud to people. I asked my AI chat, what is teamwork? I bet you want to know what it said. It said, teamwork is the collaborative effort of a group of individuals with a common goal or purpose. It involves working together, sharing ideas, skills, and knowledge to achieve a specific outcome. It goes on to say, effective teamwork requires good communication, mutual respect, and the ability to problem solve and make decisions together. Whether it's in the workplace, sports, or any other activity, teamwork is essential for success. What if I said blah, 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 yes, read that, heard that? What if I also said teamwork doesn't start with a team? It starts with an individual. What if I said teamwork doesn't start with collaboration? It starts with connection. More on that soon. But when I asked my AI chat what was ineffective teamwork, it included in its commentary 2 points. One, ineffective teamwork can result in conflicts. What if I said conflict is what is needed on a team? It also said ineffective teamwork is when the team works against itself. I'm not even sure what that means, although it sounds like the team is working at something together. One thing I will agree is the response of a common purpose or goal. That is necessary for more than one person to be called a team. What do I think AI chat missed or hasn't pulled into its algorithm as yet? I want to talk about 5 things. 1, shared values. 2, individual strengths. 3, connection. 4, commitment. And 5, synergy. Funny how none of those words made the AI space on team as yet, and that is why we're here today. Let's start with shared values. If people working together do not understand one another's values, this thing called teamwork cannot exist. And individual strengths? If people working together do not understand and cannot fully leverage the individual strengths of one another, this thing called teamwork cannot exist. Third was connection. If people working together do not feel a compassionate and empathetic connection to one another, this thing called teamwork cannot exist. Commitment. If people working together are not at the same commitment level, this thing called teamwork cannot exist. And finally, synergy. If people working together do not understand synergy, this thing called teamwork cannot exist. But what if you could understand those 5 elements from the very beginning? How would that jumpstart this thing called high-performing teams? Or are you just hoping that these things happen naturally with great teams? If you're with me so far and wondering how do I reset my thinking around high-performing teams, here are some action nuggets to start with. First, around shared values. If there is a disconnect or lack of knowledge about somebody's values and motivation between people, trouble starts there on teams. How do you have team members clarify those themselves as well as share with their working partners? In a 2015 effectiveness study conducted by Google, that was a little while ago, but something jumped out at me around they calling this the meaning of work. Are we working on something that is personally important to each of us? I like that question. And I wonder how quickly teams could transform if we started here with individual values. And hopefully, each individual can also see their own values in the organization as well. Number two, acknowledge and shared individual strengths. What work are you doing or have you done to understand the individual talents and ways of working for people you are putting together on a project team? That is across their cognitive intelligence, their affective feeling, and their conative striving instincts. That reveals their impact factors. Here's a question. What can they rely on from one another? A simple question, but think of team effectiveness if everyone on a team knew that answer about one another. What can I rely on from somebody else on my team? Wow, there's power in that understanding. If those first two are achieved, then it leads to number three, connection. Everyone connects. It's universal. We all want connection, and connection grows from compassion and empathy around one's values and strengths. If we refer back to that Google study, it calls out psychological safety. Can we take risk on this team without feeling insecure or embarrassed? The research says this is a foundation of teamwork. Number four is commitment, taking action toward common purpose or goal, not just believing it's a good thing or wanting it, not just knowing it's a good thing and cognitively knowing, hey, that's important, but being driven to strive for something new based on those things. And finally, synergy. Does every team need to be synergistic? Not necessarily, but many do and they're not. Let me explain that in a moment. Maybe you have a team of independent researchers who are all working together, but on their own special area of expertise. You might want that team wired the same across their cognitive and conative abilities. But I'm not sure I would even call that group of people a team, because do they really need one another while they're working on their research? Most teams need synergy to get their best results. Often, when people are thrown together and told to figure it out without specific information that could aid in that fast bonding and leveraging of one another's abilities, that's trouble. The tool humanworks8 uses to solve this challenge is the Colby system. And with that wisdom, we can predict with accuracy whether a team will be successful based on the natural drivers of its participants. Having that insight of a team, it's such a valuable picture because it provides confidence and can help guide the team to more successful outcomes. Believe it or not, I do believe it takes two, and two is better than one. There's truth in that. But I also believe we must stop working on teamwork from the latest LinkedIn or a definition of teamwork. Start with putting together a practice of purposeful actions that bring people together so they can perform at their best, and that which is recognized and honored by everyone. Teamwork is the outcome, it's not the practice. Teamwork results from those many little things you do and how you as a leader set a group of individuals up for success. It's an outcome of many ways of working and connection. Do you want to learn more about elevating your teamwork practice so that everyone can connect to produce outstanding results? I hope you reach out to continue the conversation. You can find me on LinkedIn or at Shawn at humanworks8.com. Also, check out humanworks8.com for other real life examples. I look forward every month focusing on a new culture and topic. And if I got you wondering about teamwork, connection, and culture today, then I encourage you to keep the conversation going on LinkedIn through my Wondering Wednesdays posts. Every Wednesday, I reflect and share what I'm wondering about. Sometimes it comes from a client, a leadership question, or today is going to be from a word somebody told me yesterday at a conference. Come wonder with me and see you next month on Culture and, the future of workplace culture.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in and learning about the future of workplace cultures. We'll be back next month with humanworks8 for another episode. But until then, please visit their website for additional resources at humanworks8.com. Until next time, don't let the shift hit your plans.